नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आजच्या लेक्चरला आपण फिजिक्सचा पहिला चॅप्टर स्टार्ट करणार आहोत, रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स. तर सुरू करूया. फर्स्ट चॅप्टर आपला रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स. फर्स्ट, व्हॉट इज मीन बाय डायनॅमिक्स? डायनॅमिक्स म्हणजे काय? Dynamics, it is a branch of mechanics which concerns with the study of motion of the object or particle due to the applied forces. म्हणजेच काय? डायनॅमिक्स हे काय आहे? It concerns with study of motion due to applied forces. The study of motion due to applied forces, it is a branch of mechanics. It is called as dynamics. Okay. 12th स्टँडर्डला जो रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स चॅप्टर आहे, त्या रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स चॅप्टरमध्ये आपल्याला दोन पार्ट शिकायचे आहेत. एक फर्स्ट पार्ट आहे सर्क्युलर मोशन आणि सेकंड पार्ट आहे रोटेशनल मोशन. म्हणजे द चॅप्टर रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स. This chapter consists of 2 points. First is circular motion and second one is rotational motion. These both are types of motion. These both are the types of motion. म्हणजे आपण या चॅप्टरमध्ये दोन टाईपच्या मोशन शिकणार आहोत. पहिली मोशन शिकणार आहोत सर्क्युलर मोशन आणि सेकंड टाईपची मोशन शिकणार आहोत रोटेशनल मोशन. ओके. पुन्हा एकदा रिपीट करतो. डायनॅमिक्स म्हणजे काय? इट इज अ ब्रांच ऑफ मेकॅनिक्स विच कन्सर्न्स विथ द स्टडी ऑफ मोशन ऑफ द पार्टिकल ड्यू टू द अप्लाइड फोर्सेस. अँड इन रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी 2 types of motion. The first type is circular motion and second type is rotational motion. Now we move to our first type, circular motion. Circular motion म्हणजे काय असतं ते शिकूया. What is circular motion? In previous standard, in 11th standard, we have studied some concept of UCM and that means uniform circular motion and the circular motion. We are going to just revise the concept. What is meant by circular motion? The motion of object along the circumference of circle or the motion of object along complete circle or part of the circle, that is called as circular motion. What is meant by circular motion? Motion along circumference of circle or motion along complete circle or part of circle. It is called as circular motion. Got it? The best example, whenever we are moving in a car over a road, whenever we are making a turn, during this turn we are performing circular motion. म्हणजे आपण कारमध्ये बसून रोडवर चाललेलो असेल तर ह्या सेक्शनमध्ये आपण लिनियर मोशन करत असतो, पण जेव्हा आपण टर्न घेतो रोडवर किंवा रस्त्यावर आपण टर्न घेतो तर तेवढ्या पार्टमध्ये आपण सर्क्युलर मोशन करत असतो. ओके. Now there are 2 characteristics for circular motion. मोशनला कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक असतात. सर्क्युलर मोशनचे 2 कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक आपल्याला शिकायचे आहेत. द फर्स्ट कॅरेक्टर इज characteristics. The first character is the circular motion is accelerated motion. It is accelerated motion. We know that what is meant by acceleration. Whenever there is change in velocity acceleration is produced. That means the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. Okay. Now suppose a particle is performing circular motion along the circumference of the circle. Suppose this is center of circle. Now initially, suppose the particle is as point P. A vector drawn from the center to the position of particle is called as radius vector r. Now suppose initially the particle is at point P and the particle is performing motion in anticlockwise sense. That means the particle is moving in anticlockwise sense. At this point P, the direction of the particle is tangential. Now if with respect to time the particle start moving, after time t the particle reaches to the point P1, then the direction of particle changes. That means the direction of velocity of the particle changes at every instant and it produces acceleration. As there is change in velocity, velocity is a vector quantity, as there is a change in direction of the velocity get changed at every instant and that produces acceleration. Hence, the circular motion is called as accelerated motion. The speed of the particle may be constant or not constant, it may be variable, but the direction of the particle changes at every moment. Hence, the acceleration is produced in the motion and it is called as accelerated motion. Therefore, this figure explains the first character, that is the circular motion is accelerated motion. Got it? Now, second character is the circular motion is periodic motion. It is periodic motion. In previous standard, that is 11th standard, we have studied that the motion of object or particle repeated after a fixed interval, it is called as periodic motion. Whenever the motion repeat its path or trajectory after some interval of time, that motion is called as periodic motion. Okay. Now, if the particle starts from position P and it is moving in anticlockwise sense, after time t, the particle again comes to the position P. That means after one complete rotation or revolution, the particle comes to the position P. Again, after second rotation or revolution, the particle will come to the position P. That means the same trajectory is repeated after each revolution. It is called as a periodic motion. Got it? That means there are two characteristics of circular motion. The first one is accelerated motion. Why it is accelerated motion? Because the direction of the particle changes at every instant, hence it is called as accelerated motion. And second character is periodic motion. Why it is called as periodic motion? Because after each revolution or after completing each revolution, the particle comes to the initial position. Hence it is called as periodic motion. Got it? Now, the next point is kinematics of the circular motion. Kinematics of circular motion. In 11th standard, we have studied kinematical equation of the motion. Similarly, there are kinematical equation in circular motion also. In linear motion, we know that whenever the particle starts its motion in linear motion, I am not explaining about circular motion. Initially, I am explaining about linear motion. In linear motion, whenever particle start motion, with respect to the time, the position of the particle changes. At that change in position of the particle is called as displacement S. displacement, yes. Now, as the displacement changes with respect to time, that change in displacement is called as velocity. Velocity v, that is given by change in displacement with respect to time. I am explaining this in linear motion. Now third one, acceleration. Whenever there is change in velocity with respect to time, it is called as acceleration. A dv by dt. The change in velocity with respect to time, that is called as acceleration in linear motion. Similarly, in circular motion, whenever the particle is starting the motion at any point P, after time interval t, it describes some angle at the center of circle. That angle described by the particle in given time at the center of circle, that is called as angular displacement theta. Angular displacement, as it is angular displacement, it is measured in theta, that is measured in radian. Similarly, if there is change in angular displacement with respect to time, it is called as angular velocity. Whenever the particle is changing its position with respect to time, or there is change in angular displacement with respect to time, that is called as angular velocity omega, and it is given by omega equal to d theta by dt. Okay. And last one, angular acceleration. Whenever there is change in angular velocity with respect to time, change in angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular acceleration alpha, and it is given by d omega by dt. That means the change in angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular acceleration. Now, if you look at these equations, 3 equations in linear motion and 3 equations in circular motion, we have seen that these equations are analogous to each other. That means the angular displacement theta is analogous to linear displacement s. Angular velocity omega equal to d theta by dt is analogous to the velocity v equal to ds by dt. And the angular acceleration alpha d omega by dt is analogous to acceleration a, that is linear acceleration a, dv by dt. These 3 equations are called as kinematics of the circular motion. These equations are analogous to these 3 equations in linear motion. Got it? म्हणजे मराठी भाषेत जसं लिनियर मोशनमध्ये 3 इक्वेशन असतात, डिस्प्लेसमेंट, वेलोसिटी आणि लिनियर ॲक्सेलरेशन डिफाईन करण्यासाठी, तसेच 3 इक्वेशन सर्क्युलर मोशनमध्ये असतात, अँग्युलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, अँग्युलर वेलोसिटी आणि अँग्युलर ॲक्सेलरेशन एक्सप्लेन करण्यासाठी किंवा डिफाईन करण्यासाठी. त्याला म्हणतात कायनेमॅटिक्स ऑफ द सर्क्युलर मोशन. गॉट इट? होप सो यू आर गेटिंग ऑल द पॉइंट्स. Now, as the particle moves in circular motion, its angular displacement changes. There may be a change in angular velocity. The direction of that angular velocity is given by a right hand rule. Now we are moving to our next point, the direction of angular velocity. We are going to move towards the direction of angular velocity. This direction of angular velocity is given by right hand rule. Now, what is right hand rule? The statement is very simple. Like this: curl the fingers of your right hand with thumb outstretched. Curl the fingers of your right hand with thumb outstretched. If these fingers, curled fingers, gives the direction of motion of the particle, then this thumb gives the direction of angular velocity. That means if the fingers are in anti-clockwise sense, then the direction of angular velocity is in upward direction. Now if the direction of finger is in clockwise sense, the direction of thumb, that means the direction of angular velocity is in downward direction. Okay? And another point is that the direction of angular velocity is always along the axis of rotation. That means if this body is rotating in anti-clockwise, this marker pen is the axis of rotation. Or if the body is moving in clockwise sense, then again this marker pen is the axis of rotation. The direction of angular velocity is always along the direction of axis of rotation. It may be upward or downward, but it is along the axis of rotation. We represent it through the figure. If the direction of motion is in anti-clockwise sense, then the upward direction gives the direction of angular velocity. Now if the particle is moving along clockwise sense, then this downward direction gives the direction of angular velocity. This direction gives the direction of angular velocity. Got it? The right hand rule is very simple. Curl the fingers of your right hand with thumb outstretched. If the direction of motion, if the direction of curled finger gives the direction of motion of particle, then the thumb gives the direction of angular velocity. It is very simple. Simply, if the direction of motion is anti-clockwise, then the direction of angular velocity is in upward direction. If the direction of motion is clockwise, then the direction of angular velocity is in downward direction. Got it? Now we see another point, the types of circular motion. Next point is types of circular motion. We are going to study two types of circular motion. That means first type is uniform circular motion and second type is non-uniform circular motion. Okay. Now just move to the first type, uniform circular motion. That is UCM. Uniform circular motion, that is UCM. Before going to the definition, just see an example, a very simple example, that we know that the moon is revolving around the earth in circular orbit, or just moon is revolving around the earth. But the moon is revolving around the earth with a constant speed. The speed of the moon is not variable. Again, the earth is moving around the sun with a constant speed. That means whenever the particle is performing circular motion, if the speed of particle is performing circular motion, if the speed of particle remains constant, then it is called as uniform circular motion. I repeat, whenever the particle is performing circular motion, if the speed of particle remains constant, then it is called as uniform circular motion. Okay? But as the particle is performing circular motion, there may be speed constant, but the direction of particle changes at every moment. Now, if the particle is at point P, the direction is along tangential. If the particle moves to the point P1, the direction of particle is again tangential. If the particle moves to the position P2, again the direction changes and it is tangential. It shows that though the speed of the particle is constant, but the direction of particle changes at every instant and it produces acceleration in the motion. Though the speed is constant, but the direction changes at every instant and it produces acceleration in the motion, and that acceleration is called as centripetal acceleration. Why it is called as centripetal acceleration? Because the direction of acceleration is always toward the center. Hence it is called as centripetal acceleration. And that acceleration is given by minus r omega square. That acceleration is given by minus r omega square. Got it? Whenever the particle is performing circular motion and if the speed of the particle is constant throughout the motion, that motion is called as uniform circular motion. Though the speed is constant, but the direction of the particle changes at every moment, it produces acceleration. That acceleration is called as centripetal acceleration and it is given by r omega square or v square by r. Got it? Now we are moving to our second type, non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion. This is second type. Before going to the definition, just see a simple example. We know that there is a ceiling fan or a table fan in our residence. Just switch on the fan. Whenever we switch on the fan, the speed of the fan increases from 0 onwards slightly. As the fan is switched on, the speed of the fan increases from 0 onwards, and after some time t, it becomes maximum. That means it shows that the speed of the fan is not constant throughout the motion. Now, if the fan is switched off, the speed decreases from maximum and after some time it reduces to 0. That means in second case the speed decreases gradually and in first case the speed increases gradually. That means the speed in the motion is not constant. It shows that whenever the particle is performing circular motion and the speed of the particle is not constant, it is called as non-uniform circular motion. Okay? If fan is switched on, the direction of motion of the fan now, as the fan is switched on, the velocity is increasing. As there is change in speed as well as direction, it produces acceleration. जेव्हा आपण फॅन स्विच ऑन करतो तर स्पीड हळूहळू इन्क्रीज होत जातो. त्या ठिकाणी स्पीड पण इन्क्रीज होतो आणि डायरेक्शन ऑफ द टिप ऑफ द ब्लेड, ते डायरेक्शन सुद्धा प्रत्येक मोमेंटला चेंज होत जातं. ओके, बट द व्हेलॉसिटी इज इन्क्रीजिंग, the time is increasing and the velocity is also increasing. That means the acceleration and velocity are in same direction. If the velocity is in this direction, then acceleration also is in same direction. Okay, that means the velocity is a tangential and acceleration is also tangential in same direction. Got it? Now if the fan is switched off, the time is increasing but the velocity is decreasing. I repeat, whenever the fan is switched off, the time is increasing but the velocity is decreasing, and in this case there is still acceleration, but that acceleration is negative acceleration or retardation, and the direction of that acceleration is opposite to the direction of velocity. That means if this is the direction of velocity, if fan is switched off, the direction of acceleration is opposite to the direction of velocity, but still it is tangential. Hence the acceleration produced in the non-uniform circular motion is called as tangential acceleration, because the direction of the acceleration is always tangential. It may be along the direction of the velocity or it may be opposite to the direction of velocity. Hence it is called as tangential acceleration, and it is denoted by AT. It is denoted by AT. Got it? I repeat, whenever the particle is performing circular motion, and if the speed of the particle is not constant, in such a motion is called as non-uniform circular motion. For example, a fan is switched on with respect to time, the velocity gets increased. That means the velocity increases, the acceleration also increases. That means the velocity and acceleration are in same direction. Now, if the fan is switched off, the time increases but the velocity decreases with respect to time. There is a negative acceleration. That means acceleration and velocity are in opposite direction. In both the cases, the acceleration is tangential. Hence, it is called as a tangential acceleration and denoted by AT. Now, last point, we denote the acceleration and velocity by a figure. In this case, first case, whenever fan is switched on, the acceleration and velocity are in same direction. They are denoted by, this is angular velocity and this is angular acceleration alpha. They are in same direction. Now, in this case, whenever fan is switched off, the angular velocity and angular acceleration are in opposite direction. It is denoted by this opposite direction. Got it? Now, today we learn about rotational dynamics. What is meant by dynamics? In rotational dynamics, we have to study 2 points: circular motion and rotational motion. Out of that, we have started the point circular motion. In circular motion, we have studied what is meant by circular motion, the kinematics of circular motion, the characteristic of circular motion, and 2 types of circular motion. The rest of the part we will study in next lecture. Thank you very much.